So if you're curious about the Real Estate Mastery Program at Schmidt, you're definitely in the right place. This morning, I'm going to introduce you to Brad Bosker and Sabrina Bright, our awesome trainers, and just ask them to share a little bit about our Mastery Program. So if you're someone who's getting into real estate or maybe need to kickstart your career, refresh it a little bit, you might want to check it out. So here we go. Sabrina Bright and Brad Bosker, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Kathy.
So tell us a little bit about overall the Real Estate Mastery Program, Sabrina. What does it consist of at Schmidt?
Sure. Basically, it's fairly comprehensive. It's a 20-unit program that we offer at Schmidt. And the modules are, between 2 and 3 hours long. And basically what it's designed to do is to give some really incredible hands-on practical knowledge to add to the formal learning that people have done to get licensed. So it's like, now you've got your license, now it's time to really start learning. So for instance, where, real property reports as a simple example, we learn what those are when we're getting our licenses, but what we don't learn is what do we look for specifically for problems in the real world? And what do we do when we encounter those problems? Do we call a lawyer? Do we renegotiate? How do we resolve these things? So that's basically what it is. So we go through a whole variety of things, covering everything from how to work with sellers, how to work with buyers, how to deal with everyday problems. And it just incredibly practical. That's the whole idea behind the whole thing. So that at the end of the 20 modules, hopefully our people have been elevated to a much higher level than they were when they just were licensed.
Yes, I think we often refer to getting licensed as a license to learn. And there can be some very expensive lessons and painful lessons if you don't have the backing, for sure. And what's the format of the program?
Basically, it's that in terms of like the timeline is really it's sitting down for an hour to 3 hours. As I say, most modules are 2 to 3 hours.
So it's live.
Yeah, absolutely. We're in person, thank goodness, which is nice. We can adapt to Zoom when we've had to, but it's in person, and it's really hands-on with our agents, going through their specific questions and going through real life experiences that Brad and I and yourself, because all three of us are instructors, that all of us have encountered in our everyday life, and to hopefully help our people avoid making costly mistakes in the industry.
Awesome. And Brad, I know we each have our roles in the Mastery Program. I know, Brad, you take the lead on buyers and working with buyers and on tech. Thank goodness you are a tech wizard. I know you teach tech elsewhere outside the brokerage as well as it relates to real estate. So we're very fortunate to have you. So share a little bit about your role in the training program and the modules that you teach.
Sure. Yeah. I think being a new realtor working with buyers is a unique experience. And for most new realtors, for the first 10 deals they do, they're more likely to do more buyer deals than seller deals.
That's true.
So I find, having the benefit of experience and having the benefit of systems and going into the buying process with intentionality and having stepped through the process, that makes a big difference. So teaching new realtors how to teach their clients, I think that's a big part of this program, is working with educated clients who know what's going to happen next, who have seen the contracts before they need to sign them. So I think collectively just having the collective experience of 3 realtors who have built systems and made mistakes and made tweaks and changes over time, and then getting to work with those systems right away and then make them your own as you kind of adapt and evolve as a realtor.
That's great. I mean, I really like the way you put that about educating our agents to help them educate their clients, because really our philosophy is always that the client is always in control and making the decisions, but they can't make the decisions without the education. And I know there's a quote, I'm probably not going to say it right, but basically, if you want to learn to do something well, teach it. So if you have to be teaching your clients, you have to really know it very well yourself. So you have to know it exceptionally clearly and understand all the steps involved to be able to make it simple and straightforward for a client who's never done it before, maybe hasn't bought or sold in 20 years. My role in the whole mastery program has to do with more the professional development side, personal planning, business development, time management, those sorts of things. Those are the modules that I teach and I really, really enjoy. And then Sabrina, you focus on working with sellers and everything else, which is a lot.
Yeah. Working with sellers is my particular passion, and it's the focus of my real estate career at this point. Certainly had many, many years of working with buyers and sellers, but as a listing specialist, I think I can bring quite a bit to the table to take these nervous agents from, how do I get a listing, to walking them right through the entire process, from the evaluation of the property in detail, right down to sitting down with a client to actually getting the listing up and running. And it's quite a process. Actually, we spend at least 6 hours just on the listing process. So it's really comprehensive. And I think it's important to state too that the mentoring and the training doesn't end with mastery program. At the end of those 20 modules, really, we're there to go with our agents on their first appointments, and there to look over their property evaluations for a long time. And it's something I enjoy about working at Schmidt in general, is because, even 21 years in, I still, have those challenging properties to do evaluations on. And I love the idea of being able to come to my mentor, Kathy, for help when I need it, or to someone in the group who has a specialization in a particular area and such. So that's one of the great benefits, I think, of being, at Schmidt and taking advantage of the whole training and mentoring process that we offer.
Well, that's awesome. And I know that even after, again, that master program is completed, the mentoring goes on, as you were saying. So essentially, our new agents, if it's a buyer question they have, the first person they're going to reach out to is Brad. If it's a seller question, the first person they're going to reach out to is Sabrina. And if it's business development, managing their time, setting up their systems, that's me. And if they can't reach one of us, the other one is going to step up for sure. We're always going to be there. So I think we make a pretty good team. We have a lot of fun. So if any of that appeals to you, or if you'd like to know a little bit more, feel free to reach out to any of us. We would be happy to chat with you. And you may want to even just attend an info session if you're really thinking about, is this even something you want to start venturing down? Maybe you haven't even broached the idea of getting your license yet. So we'll be doing another little video telling you a bit about our information sessions that we offer regularly and how you can attend one of those. So hopefully you found this helpful and useful. And thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.
Kathy.
Bye, Sabrina. Bye, Brad.